Hey, fellow painters, it's Jeff from paintingbizcoach.com. We're here doing another Q&A of some of the most asked questions by painters. I'm here with my trusty camera lady. Why don't you shoot away and give me that question?
How much do you think a painting business owner should be making after 2 years in business?
That's a hard question to ask. After 2 years in business, I'm sure I was losing money. But that's not the goal for this. The goal here is for you to be making money, even right off the bat. So, how much should a painter be making just right off the hop? I mean, it would still have to be. I mean, if you're a pro painter and doing it as a living, you're going to be wanting to make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. That's your money before what your painting company takes in as well. So yeah, you're probably going to be having to look at to take in $60,000. You're probably going to have to be looking at least the $300,000 to $400,000 in sales, somewhere in that ballpark. My government tells me that I'm making an 18% profit margin by looking at my regular filings. So for me to do 180,000, I'll have to do $1 million in sales. So just to give that as a ballpark, yeah, like you should be able to easily make that. I mean, but it's up to you what you set your level at, where you're comfortable, what number you're comfortable making.
What kind of things would determine to make that kind of money?
Types of jobs you're doing. If you're doing apartment repaints a lot, yeah, the profit margins are pretty low. If you're doing high-end custom housing, your profit should be higher. If you're doing primarily residential painting in high-end areas where people have a high level of income, your clients, yeah, you should be easily making that kind of money. But those factors at all, the geography, where you're located in the United States, what state you're in, what town you're in, all those things are factors that determine what the money that you're going to make.
Other businesses in the area?
Yeah, how many other painters are in the area? Because really demand versus the availability.
How many painters are in your area?
Also, in my area, in my little town of 22,000 people, there were 49 people offering painting services. So that's an awful lot. But yeah, no, we have a higher, we have staff, we have a higher availability rate. We have a great image within the community, so that helps us to sell our services at a higher rate of pay.
So after 4 years, then on average, what do you think somebody should be making?
After 4 years, and as long as you've got staff working for you and you're working on your business, not just holding the brush in your hand every day, yeah, you should be easily making in the $150,000 to $200,000 range. But keep in mind, that kind of income, basically, you're looking at an over $1 million in sales annually to attain that. So plus, because your job won't just be selling, but your job will be marketing the company. Your job will be working with suppliers to get your costs down. All those things that a business owner needs to do. And that'll help determine your bottom line in the end.
So what was the biggest help to your growth in the last 10 years?
Having the right staff behind you really, really helps. Having a capable person in charge of your crew to make sure that things are being done, still fun, but being done at a rate where you're still making a decent profit margin, somewhere in the range of between 35 to 50%. That helps, and marketing. I mean, make sure that you're spending enough marketing dollars to make sure that those high-end jobs keep coming in. If you're not spending any money, if you're doing just word of mouth, yeah, you're going to get word of mouth dollars. And some people think that's the greatest, and that they're fine making a mediocre salary and not making an awful lot of money for their family. That's fine. What you do, you. But if you want a decent money that a professional painter owning a painting company can make, then you're going to have to spend some money to make some money.
So to summarize everything up, what can you tell
Yeah,
us?
so I mean, after a 4-year stint, as long as you've worked hard and built your company up, you've got at least, you know, depending on how you do it, whether you've got employees or subcontractors or a mix of both, you know, as long as you're attaining at least, you know, you're up there over $1 million in sales, yeah, you can be making a decent profit margin. You know, which helps when you want to drive a nice vehicle, when you want to live in a nice neighborhood, where you want to give your kids and your wife the things that they deserve. Yeah, you work hard for it, you can definitely get it as a professional painter. So anyways, if that answers the questions, then I'll just move on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget the most important thing, paint smart, not hard. We'll see you at the next question. Thanks.